Welcome back to OCG Garage. Today we are making the Skyline 900 horsepower.
Jesus Christ.
Just kidding. We're doing more maintenance. So today I plan on getting the rear end fluid replaced and also replacing the transmission fluid. I don't know the status of either one of them. As preventative maintenance, I'm just gonna go ahead and knock both out. It doesn't hurt, and I'll go over the fluids that I use. Before we get started, I wanna let you guys know the rear end takes 2 quarts, and then the transmission should take 4 quarts. I'm not gonna lie, guys, I've been fighting some demons this week. I came across so many go fast parts that I passed on. That's not like me. I just want to make the car faster. I really do, but I want to do things the right way. I want to stick to the same game plan. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to do the brake upgrade before I do anything. I want to go with Brembo brakes, but I need to find a set that's already done. Knowing me and how I usually do things, I like to find deals. I like to find things that maybe need to be replaced, things that need to be fixed. I don't want to do that this time. I really don't. I don't want to mess around and kind of save and cut corners. I want to get a set of calipers and rotors and brake pads, everything all done. But I want to get a set of calipers that have already been powder coated, maybe like a nice red, a nice blue. I just want to slap everything on. I want the car to brake good. I want it to look good. And then I do want to make it faster, but we're approaching the end of the season. There's really no point to make this car any faster right now. Maybe if I end up coming across some go fast parts for cheap online, maybe during the wintertime, I might end up picking some stuff up. I know that there's a guy local selling a Haltech. So if you guys don't know what that is, it's a tuner. So I think that's what the tuner that I'm going to use for this particular build. But yeah, there's the turbo that's for sale with like a downpipe, a wastegate, and it looks like something that might work with my car with what I'm trying to accomplish. But again, it's a domino effect, guys. If you guys know these cars, you can't just do one thing and then replace it and then expect the car to run like normal. So if you do injectors, you need a tune. If you get a bigger turbo, you need a tune. If you get a new intake manifold, you need a tune. So I'm the type of guy where I just want to do everything and get it all knocked out. That way I get it tuned once, I get it all done. But it's honestly, it's like eating away at me, but I think I should do it. So brakes, suspension, maintenance, fluids, and then we worry about going fast. Under the car. Oh, this is the Hikas. I think I'm saying it properly. What it is it's basically rear wheel steering. It doesn't work on this car, so I plan on deleting it. G-Tech sells this nice kit that eliminates all of that. So basically what it does is it gives you a little bit of steering in the rear wheels. And since it's not working properly, it actually makes the car feel kind of funky whenever it makes minor adjustments. Even though it's not working, it still allows a little bit of play, which you could kind of tell when you're driving aggressively. So that's what that looks like. There's the rear end. There's the drain plug that I have to remove.
Ya compró de una vez el autobús. Camioncito.
The magnet, there's no metal shavings in it, so.
I know the smell.
Ooh, that stinks. I haven't been doing much recording, but if you guys take a look, this drain plug, it was already pretty loose. It looks like somebody's already been in here. Look at all this crusty shit that's on the outside. And the plug doesn't look like there's any metal shavings on it, which is a really good thing. But also that doesn't really mean much because, again, somebody's been in here, so I assume that somebody cleaned it already. You guys can tell all that stuff that's around there is Teflon tape. So whoever was in here before used Teflon to kind of seal the bolt. I don't think it's really needed for up top just because, again, it's a fill plug. The drain, maybe, but not the fill. All right, guys, if your rear end is a little dry, I recommend Redline Synthetic 75W90. Just kidding. No, this is just what I researched that people say is really good. I've been waiting for about 20 minutes now, letting the fluid slowly drain out. One thing to keep in mind, because the car is elevated up front and then not in the back, you will not get every single drop of transmission fluid out. Now, the reason why I'm okay with that is because the transmission fluid actually looked like it's been replaced as well. Now, looking at the drain plug, look at this, guys. If you take a close look, that magnet, everything that's on that magnet is just metal shavings. So not the best thing to see, but also that gives me a good indicator that maybe something is going on with the transmission, but we're gonna put the fluid in it and hopefully that helps. Here's the transmission fluid. And if you guys take a look at the color of that on my finger. It still looks really clean. And so there wasn't really any metal shavings in it for the most part. And there's really no funky smells. It doesn't smell burnt. It doesn't look like it's burnt. So good signs, but also I don't know when it was replaced. So not a very good indicator of what's going on inside of the transmission. All right, so we're down on the driver's side. There's the transmission. There's your fill plug. There's your drain plug. All you need is a 1/2-inch ratchet. All right, all done. I recorded a little bit so you guys can see the process. Obviously, you need a pump in order to get the fluid up there because gravity is fighting against you. If you want an extreme forearm workout, if you want to build some big ass arms, I advise fill your transmission and your rear ends. So everything is done. I'm out of breath. Look at this. You see this little bit of moisture? So this is from the valve cover gasket that, according to the dealership where I bought it from, that they replaced. So great job with that install. All done, and it's not midnight. This must be like a record-breaking event. So I got the transmission fluid all changed out, the rear end fluid all changed out. I fixed my gauge pod, so I won't be able to show you guys from this side, so I'll get a better angle, but I got that installed. And then I also went ahead and installed my Gorilla lug nuts. So now everything is blacked out. So those wheels look pretty good. I wanted to show you guys really quick. This is who I got the gauge pod extenders from, Euro Tuning. Shout out to them. Looks good. One thing I will say is, of course, just my luck. I ended up having to remove all of that again. The gauge wouldn't go into the gauge pod without it hitting the steering wheel. So I had to take everything off and then kind of manhandle it in there, but it ended up looking really good. All right, guys, that's gonna wrap up this one. I'm gonna take the car out for a quick drive just to make sure everything is good. Once I'm done driving the car, I will check underneath, obviously just to make sure that there's no leaks. Besides that, tomorrow I will be dropping the car off with the guy that I sold the car to, a customer, and he has been in the body shop business for a very long time. And he looked at the car and he says that he would give it a shot. He would try out to see how the car would look after wet sanding and buffing it. So I'm gonna drop it off tomorrow. We'll see how that goes. He's gonna start off with the fender and then just kind of reassess and just see how everything is going. So fingers crossed that all that works out, but we'll see. As always, guys, I appreciate you guys watching. Like, comment, subscribe. We'll see you guys next time.